Hello everyone, it's the Alchemical Crafter here. Just got back from my visit with my dad, and I thought before I jump into my normal routine, I would do a little special project. You've seen me work with, this is a dryer sheet, you've seen me work with them before on my snippet rolls as the backing. But I was like, I wonder what other things I can do with dryer sheets, because I get so many of these, and there's only so many snippet rolls, otherwise that's all I would have as backgrounds as snippet rolls. But so I thought I would try some different things with this. The problem is it's very porous. Everybody's seen dryer sheets, and so things go right through them. Like even my glue, it just seeps right through it. And it's a weird material, so I don't know how well it's going to grab. But we're going to just try a couple of different techniques and see what happens. But because it's porous, I put a background down here, so whatever goes through this will decorate this other paper, which I love decorating that. So let's just get to it. We're going to just start with my oxides and inks and just test out a couple of different things. That was mustard seed. This is walnut stain. I know I have vintage photo somewhere. That's what I thought I grabbed. Here's vintage photo. And carved pumpkin. And this is hickory smoke. And let's go through. Very interesting the way it, see how it's doing that? And let's just dry it. That's kind of interesting, because it doesn't really spread out like it normally does, but it's still a cool effect. But we'll see what else we can do with my inks. I really like this in the that was, by the way, the first one was Rust, the second one was Pool. No, not Pool. Yeah, Pool. And this one is Sunset Orange. Remember, everything I'm doing right now is for my fall journal, which is a very much foresty, mushroom, leaf litter vibe. And so I've got this one that I've never used. It's pitch black. I really don't know. You know what? This is an experiment day, right? So we're going to try it. It's kind of like black, sprinkling black paint on. This is espresso. And I think that's enough of that. And we're going to try this. I'll be right back. And then we're going to try a different experiment. Okay, so this is almost dry. Look at that background starting to take. And I think I like this. So this is a good first piece. Obviously, I would not use this in its full form unless I wanted to make it the background of the page. But I'm probably going to tear it up like pieces of cloth and use it. This is perfect for my fall journal. I'm very pleased with this. I will say, be very careful when you're drying this. Have your gun on its lowest setting, because I don't know if you can see. See right here? It burned it a little. So just be careful when you use your dryer on this. So that's experiment number 1. Okay, so experiment number 2. I'm just winging this as I go, looking at all my mixed media, and I'm noticing this right here, this chalk patina. I never use it, so we're going to throw that on here as see how well it takes as a background. This is going to have to dry, and so I'm going to have to cut to something else, but I will come back to this, or actually I'll dry it. You won't know. I'll do one or the other, but it'll happen pretty fast for you guys. And this is the same paper I was using. I just flipped it. And I'm going to use that. We're going to use this to get it out. I really love the color of this paint. I'm actually pull some of that rust ink into this, make a nice little combo effect. Okay. Not how I wanted to start this, but there's a lot of paint there. It's just hard to tell because it's going all to the underside. I didn't help matters by messing up at the very beginning. So how are you guys doing today? I'm very pleased to be back home. I love seeing my dad, but there's just something about being in your own zone. All the comforts of home. I did get some home cooking that I don't really get here. I mean, we have home cooking, but different kinds. You know, different families have different foods that they like. One of the favorite things of my family that most people in the world are like, what? But we're from the South, so if you're from the South, you know what we're getting ready to talk about. That's chocolate gravy. Yes, I understand if everybody just curled up their nose, but the ones who've had it, and not everybody likes it who's tried it. My husband still doesn't like it. It's sweet, and I think that's a problem with Americans, is that we like too many sweet things. But I don't even make it anymore because I don't want to make it just for myself. It seems kind of pointless. But I did enjoy having it there. Probably gained a couple of pounds because of it. Okay, so see how much that went through? But it is completely covered. And I think before I dry it, after I get my fingers cleaned a little bit, I'm going to put some of that rust on this. Trying to remember where I did the things. I want more than that, but I can't see my... How about we do it this way? Oops. Well, that's a lot. I regret that. Okay. I don't even think I need the alcohol. Usually I do, but look how it's spreading. I think we're going to be fine. What else besides rust would be good on this? Stonewashed. You know what? Let's see. Let's see what this does. We are experimenting, right? Right. I think. One more color. How about that orange? Or should I do the green? But that would be a... I don't even know if it would show. Which one should I do, guys? You know what? I'll do this one on this F and this one on this F. I love experiment day. Unless I really like this one, and then we'll do it on all. I really like this color. You know what? We're gonna make this one have all of them. Okay. And I will dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I flipped this over so I could dry it without that, so it wouldn't be messed with that. And here's experiment number 3. And it doesn't look like that's... I'm wondering. You know what? It's not completely dry. I'll try and tear them at the end when I show them all to you. So there's that one. So experiment number 3. We're going to do some earth tones. Actually, I don't even know what color's on this. This may be a good way to clean off this thing without wasting it in the future. I think we should do that last. Experiments are dirty. Am I getting this out of screen? I apologize. And that was Rusty Hinge. Make sure I'm in focus. Okay, I've been good. Okay, I think I'm good. This is Card Funkin'. This one is, I don't know why this one's so wet. It's like, see, look at that. I mean, I've bought other new ones, and none of them are like this, so I don't know. It's weird. Okay. I'll bring in espresso and vintage photo. This is my absolute oldest oxide here, so who knows. Just trying to find the white pieces that are left. I'm gonna do this one with this. It's a very autumn leaf vibe right there. And let's see what happens when I do this. I suspect it's much the same as the sprays. See how it beads up on the... Can you see how it's beading up on the cloth? I think I just want to leave this to dry naturally and see if those beads can stay. In fact, I'm going to make sure I get all the edges. Because I really like that beaded effect. So, on to the next. And for this project, what is this? Project number 4. Wow. We're going to try and make faux rice paper. Or whatever. There's other terms, but that's what I think about. So I'm going to put some glue on this, just like I do on my snipper roll. So I'm going to have to do this and set it aside and let it dry. And we're going to my 5th and final test. This is tacky glue, but is extremely watered down. Not as much as it normally is, so it's probably dried out a little. Matter of fact, I'm going to wet this down a little bit. It really doesn't take a lot of glue. Sometimes we do this with napkins. That's what I'm used to doing it with, is napkins. So I just wanted to see what kind of texture I would get by doing it with these. Never hurts to experiment, right? You want to make sure you get every single inch of it covered, which I have. And even though I know this is porous, you want to flip it over and make sure every inch of the other side is covered as well. Just to make sure, I'm going to do just a little bit more. And then make sure it's good. And unlike napkins and tissue paper, you don't have to be gentle with this. You can be very, it's very strong, so it will come right off. I mean, it won't tear. And I am going to curl up the edge here. I've learned curling up the edge. I saw it from somebody online, I don't know who. But curling up the edge makes it so much easier to remove. And like napkins, it's not really curling, but I am making it loose. There's a hair. And we'll see if it remains loose. So, project number 4 going aside to dry. So I was looking for my watercolors, and I failed. But I did find my metallic watercolors, which I had lost previously, so hey, these are my favorite anyway, so. And I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to get this on here. I normally just use these as splatters, but I'm thinking, here we go. I probably should have made that wet. I don't know how much the silver is going to help. Just kind of makes it look white. So maybe we'll get rid of the water. And no more silver. I think this is going to be another autumn vibe. Oh, this one's going to be very shiny. I was thinking of all kinds of projects to do when I was up at my dad, because there's not much to do when you're there. He's very independent-minded man, but he requires help with his medications and stuff, and my sister needed a break, and by golly, She takes care of him all the time, and she deserves a break. Not just from him. I mean, she's got a very extremely busy household, unlike mine. And more power to her, but I don't, she's a saint. I don't know how she does it. Okay. Now, look at that. That's going to be awesome. What I do actually like to do with this, so now that I've got those covered, what I actually like to do with these is splatter. And I want to see how the splatters look on top of the metallics. I've never done this, and I just want to see if you can see them. I don't think there was enough. Because I'm thinking it's just going to be very porous. But it may give the speckled look, which is kind of the vibe. Again, I don't know why I keep saying it. Y'all know my fall journal. The leaf litter. Yeah, it's just all kind of blending together. But that's pretty cool. I'm going to dry this, and I'm going to bring all of them. Well, I'll let you know in a second. I may either bring them all back, or I may go back to the rice paper one to do some stuff to it. So, okay. Going to set this aside and let it dry. Okay, so I brought this back. The rice paper one, because I thought I might want to put some colors on it. But I'm going to do different colors because I haven't done these colors yet. Mermaid Lagoon, Wilted Violet. I have done this one. And Hickory Smoke. Just have 3 colors. I'm going to blend them together. Lucky last. I hate it when I get it too close, and it does though. One, two. And I can't blow dry this, so it's got to dry naturally. So I'll come back later and show you all of these. So these are the final products. They're all dry now. And I really do like the end result of them. This was the first one I did with the oxide sprays and the inks that I splattered on it. That's going to go in my fall journal really well. This is the one I did. This one I'm not as pleased with. I mean, let me take that back. I like it. But this is the one I did with the glue, trying to make it like faux rice paper, and that didn't work. It doesn't feel like that at all. This happened because I accidentally dropped my heat gun, and for 1 second, and it does that. So you've got to be really careful with your heat guns. But I feel like I just wasted glue on this. I could have just done the sprays and it would have looked the same. It's just a little bit stiffer this way, but that's it. This is the watercolors. I really like the watercolors. They're more transparent to put stuff behind it if you wanted to, but it shimmers. Not these are the metallic watercolors. I couldn't find my watercolors, so the fact that they're the metallic, it kind of shimmers, and I like that. This is the one I did with the acrylic paint, and then I added the inks. It's very much more stiff. It's still very foldable, but it's more stiff because of the acrylic paint. And this is kind of the texture I was expecting that rice paper to be, but whatever. And this is my ink pads, not the sprays, is what this one was. I just wanted to see if it was a little bit different. It really isn't that much different from this, except for that this one I didn't do the inks. I just did the oxides. But I'm really pleased with all of these. And this one had so much glue on it. When I lifted it up, I lifted it up before it was completely dry. And there was so much glue and color under it. I grabbed another thing and I placed it down, which I've already torn up because I was testing. But like these, when I get them done, I could tear pieces off and use that as a background of something. It looks very cobwebby, like a cobweb or something. Or, and then you put that behind a focal point or something, which usually I have something lying around and I don't. But the reason I came up with this idea, especially this one right here, was because I've done these recently. And because I was trying to figure out ways to use this stuff. And so I was like, well, let's try it with these. And I think it was a success. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys have a great day. And thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys who watch my videos. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.